Welcome back. So I have still been receiving quite a few questions on how to apply Goldbach. Therefore, in this video, I'll be going over Euro USD and Goldbach in a backtesting session. So specifically, I'll be looking for the Algo 1 and 2. I'll also be explaining bias change as a little treat, and as I've gotten a lot of questions about this too. So let's get started. So I'm going to be on EURUSD on the 1 hour chart. I will be using the 81 PO3 because, as we know, Euro USD mostly stays under 100 pips a day. The ADR currently is at 70. Average weekly range is mostly around 100 and 200 pips. So 81 seemed pretty nice in between the 70 and the 140, right? I could also go to the 243. I could also go to the 27 on a lower time frame. However, I'll stick to the 1 hour for the remainder of the video with the 81 PO3. So right off the bat, this is a very nice example of bias change. Because for a valid bias change, we would like to see the FV level, which is here, be expanded through, and then create an FEG near, or an OB and an OB. Remember, to fully confirm a dealing range, you want to see an LV and the LV. Yet right here, as we can see with context, there's a large liquidity void here, right? So obviously selling down here is not so favorable. As you can see, the FV level held price. There aren't any FEGs in here. Let me zoom in just a little bit more. You can see that these bodies, these candles right here, are also staying above the FV level. So FV level never got expanded through, and LV was never created. So no bias change here, right? So no bias change. This just means at this moment, this would be a bullish bias in this moment. So let's change over to a valid bias change, which is here. So remembering the context a little bit, we have relative equal lows over here, right? Here, there is a CV coupled with the Goldbach high. Zoom in a little bit more. Also want to emphasize a bit the extension touches. So look at these candles right here. See this candle right here? See how it crashes under these low and comes into the new dealing range? Under the extension. See how this candle forms? Goes right into the AV level and also the wick. Right here, the wick is retesting this extension right here. So look at the candles too. There's also an Algo 2 present. The high low, the breaker, the AV level here, right? So I will also be taking positions in this video to help demonstrate executions. I will be showing power of EQ. Basically, I'm gonna TP a Q mostly for this video and for this backtesting session. Of course, you will always have your own opinion and your own method of trading. This is just a method, I should say, of trading Goldbach. So here we got the Algo tube sequence. It's a very nice CPU right here, right? I believe right here, take a sell trade. I'm going to put a stop loss above the extension or near the extension, TP at the EQ. The EQ is a very, very powerful drawn liquidity. Alright, let's see what price does. Alright, straight to EQ. So our trade is done. But right now, this is one win. So let's continue the price and see what it does. Okay, came into a new dealing range, crashed through, went through the FV level, went through the LV. So let's see if any sequences come into play. There's a nice large CB here, so keep in mind it will be a very nice drawn liquidity. So this high can be used also, or even the extension. It can also be expanded through. For the time being, we've already seen price come from the premium, go into the discount, LV right here, right? It might just create a market maker buy model like this. However, this is not an algo trade, so I will not be taking this trade. So let's see what happens. Okay. So it looks like it's rejecting. However, want to see this low right here be ran, be expanded through, and fully confirmed, as I haven't seen a bearish FEG here yet or a bearish LV. For the time being, stuttering for the time being, there is a OB in the OB. However, it's not fully confirmed. So let's see. Okay, so it looks like it actually inverted this, right? As there was a market maker buy model here. So sell trade is not valid anymore, as now there is a bias change here, right? You can see price touched the extension here, rejected it here, here, and like I said, you want to look at the candles. See this candle right here, came into the extension, rejected, and it's staying above the extension. You can also see how this OB is coming from this OB zone. So I'm gonna draw a box around that. This is also looking like an Algo 1. I can see the sell side curve here, and then buy side curve here, right? Alright, so let's see if this OB is tested and this FV level has a nice bullish candle inside. Okay, so not yet. So the extension is being touched here. This is why we wait for the retest, right? Confirmation. So this looks nice here, but let's confirm it with another bullish candle around here. Okay, this looks nice here too. This OB has been tested already. Looks like it's rejecting the OB. Looks like it's starting to form that little U shape. So I'll take it by here. Put a stop loss at the extension. Put TP at the EQ. So let's get rid of all those lines real quick. and then see what happens. So we could have entered here too. This is a very nice bullish candle in the FV. So now we want to see an LV form in its LV. Alright, so the LVs here. Alright, there we go. There we go. Alright. I do want to say real quick, for some reason, it's not showing the sell arrow at the EQ as it's supposed to. But this is 2 wins right here, right? You can see what price does. That's it. Complete the market maker buy model. That's like I did right here. Came up to the high and rejected so. And see what happens after. Okay, so went to a new dealing range. Alright. Let's see what happens here. Let's see if an algo forms. Okay, so this is looking like an algo 2. It's forming, right? You can see this FB level has been rejected. This OB down here been rejected, along with an extension touch. Let's see if a bullish entry forms. As there is a bearish FEG right here, I want to see that be inverted too. So it tested that bearish FEG. Okay, so this is a nice bullish engulfing candle here. This FEG has already been tested, has already been mitigated. Looks like the candles are staying above the AV level, right? So take a buy trade here. TP at the EQ. Now put the stop loss at the low. Alright, see what happens. The FEG level still being used. There's the LV and the LV. Alright. And there we go. TP has been hit. So it's 3 wins. Alright. Let's continue moving forward. So I just want to go back to this real quick. Here. Because this looked like a Algo 2 short, but it's a bit hard to see as a beginner. And the bullish trend, right? So I don't want to take a sell trade just yet. It's like a bearish structure is forming. Let's see if a new dealing range is made or not, or if the low holds. Alright, so as I came into a new dealing range, as you can see, the extension has been touched. It's a nice FEG right here, bearish FEG. But we're in a new Goldbach dealing range right here. Looks like price expanded through the FV level here, right? Alright. Here's the LV and the LV. I think they're forming pretty nicely. I also wanted to show this candle right here. See that body right there? It's a RB. It's a rejection block. Rejection block. Looks like this FV level encapsulated this candle right here. See how this candle came up to touch this? And it created this LV and LV. This looks pretty nice already, right? So I want to see if an Algo 2 forms as we got the high-low, the BR touch, and let's see if we get a V touch. So here, we got a nice rejection from the FV. I will actually take a sell trade here because we are under the CE of the LV, as an LV can be created here too. You won't expect liquidity voids coming from the liquidity void section, right? And the TP at the EQ. Let's see what happens. All right, there we go. A beautiful Algo 2 short right here. You can see the bodies of the candles respecting the fee level, and you can see a beautiful liquidity void coming from the liquidity void section, right? Like I said, guys, this is Enigma right here. So this is 4 wins, right? so you know, I started from January 1st, which was over here, and for some reason the other trades that I had on disappeared. Looks like it's bugging just a little bit, but we'll keep in mind the 4 wins. So let's see what happens after this. Continue dealing range, and then it rejects it. So no buy exchange, right? So right now will be bullish bias. Let's see if this order block right here in the OB section holds price. As right now we have a bit in a bearish trend, right? And there's a order block here, CV here. I do want to see these be inverted. Let's see what happens. All right. So as I came back, I have yet to see an FV and a V, or a nice noticeable liquidity void in the liquidity void. So right now, I will not be taking any trades. It looks like it's just consolidating right here, right? Oh, okay. So it looks like I paused it a little too late. But it looks like this order block never held up. It's like the downtrend was pretty heavy, as this order block that I mentioned earlier, right here, was used, right? Now we're in a new dealing range. So it does look like I paused a little too late, because there was a beautiful Algo 2 right here, which went to the EQ. But looks like I'm going to miss out on this trade, which is fine. I might just lower this a little bit so I'm not pause it too late again. And let's see what happens. So it's like right now, price consolidating at the EQ. Alright, it's like a nice CB here. Oh, there we go. It's in the dealing range. Okay, I'm going to pause it here. This looks nice. Well, for the buy exchange topic, right? Because here we can see the FV level is holding. So bearish bias is not here yet. Looks like hanging around that high right there, the high low. Oh, okay, there we go. So this looks like an Algo 1, right? Like this. Sell side curve, buy side curve. We have a beautiful order block coming from the order block section, right? Be more specific, it's this candle here. Right there, exactly in the order block section. And it looks like a liquidity void coming from the liquidity void. Let's see if I am allowed any buy entries in this trend. I will be using this IFEG from this side right here to dictate a bullish entry. So it looks like price is pretty eager to go up. All right, so I got this test of the IFEG here. Okay, I'll be taking a trade here at the EQ as this retracement looks pretty healthy. We also have a nice liquidity void here, right? Actually, I won't be taking a trade here as this is not an Algo 1 or Algo 2, but I will just say I do expect bullish price action here. So using the IFEG, and there we go, completed. So let's see if another buy exchange is allowed here to continue up or to reverse. Don't want to pause it too late. So the FB level right here seems to be holding, right? Let's see what happens here. All right, got LV and LV. Well, not very nice liquidity void, but it was a bullish candle. It looks like this FB level might be holding, but I never got that BR touch for the Algo 2. So let's just continue, see what price does. Okay, looks like right here at the BR touch, the FB touch, take a buy touch. Sorry, buy trade here. TP at the EQ, and a stop loss at the low. It looks like this bullish FEG at the extension is holding pretty nice. Oh, there we go. So this is 5 wins, right? All right, so let's continue and see what price does. Hopefully I don't pause it too late to get a nice trade. Okay, looks like it's coming into the range. Nope, tested off that extension. Let's see if an order block forms or an FV forms or an LV forms. Let's see what happens. All right, so the extension is being played with. Okay, so here we have an expansion to the FV level, right? Oh, sorry, clicked the wrong thing. Bring the indicator back. Take this off. However, liquidity void has not been made. Let's see if a bearish FEG forms around this FEG level or not. So we've got the BR touch, but the FVG level has been expanded through, right? We want to see this FVG level be rejected for the Algo 2. See? So, not yet, right? But this is why the bias change is very important. So, we came back into this dealing range. Let's see if FV forms around here or LV. See if it's a trade around here. Alright. So got the BR touch, the FV. However, it's not looking too nice for bullish execution, as there was a nice bearish FVG right here, yeah? And looks like I'm going to show you something. Sorry for starting. I'm going to show you guys something right here. So look, see expansions right here? Nice expansion here, expansion here, and expansion here, right? For the bulls. However, got this very nice reversal here. And we haven't seen a bullish expansion like these, right? Oh, we need to see something like this for a very nice bullish bias. This is also called exhaustion of the trend. Oh, took the wrong thing again. I remove the drawings. Oh, did I not? So thank you for being patient with me, guys. Hopefully, guys, are learning something here. So let's continue. So I'm gonna press the play button so it just goes on forward. Testing the extension is still consolidating this little area right here. Oh, so there we go. We got a touch of the EQ here. Looks like paused it too late though, and we got a rejection from it anyways. So it looks like a bearish bias is forming, right? It's like buy side curve, so side curve, like this. So basically, let's see if Algo 1 comes into play, right? Let's see what forms around here for the bias change as CFEG form or an LV form or an OB form. Alright, so don't want to pause it too late, so I'm just going to click the next candle. So still around this high right here, consolidating. Okay, came back into this range. It looks like an FV, an FV right here, right? So let's see if it's tested. It says it's here. Looks like I might get a little too late, but I'll take the trade up to the EQ. This time I'll put the stop loss under the FV level. See what happens here. Oh, there we go. So it's 6 wins. And we're in a new dealing range here. So let's see what forms. Let's see if an Algo 1 or an Algo 2 forms. So here looking at an Algo 2. Looks like a buy trade here, but it looks like a little. I'm not really like the RR on this, to be honest. So I might just let it pass by. Yeah, there we go. So looks like it's now crashing. The extension is holding. So let's see if a buy exchange comes into play. Okay, So now we're coming into the dealing range, right? So went through the FV and also tested the extension here. Can't forget about those extension touches. And see what happens. So we got the BR touch, FV touch. So you know what? I'll take a sell trade here. Stop loss above this OB here, near the extension. TP at the EQ. It's like a nice Algo 2 trade here. Like this, right? Let's see. Nope. So it's like a little too eager. So 6 wins and 1 loss, right? Looks like that FV level ended up holding, or the LV level. And then let's see what price does here. Continue on, right? So we get this large gap here. So like went straight to the EQ. So I get the touch the BR, the FV level. Could have been a trade there, but I just let it pass by. Okay, I'm just gonna press that play button because it looks like it's just consolidating here. This is why I don't really trade EU too much. All right. It's like this high. That's been touched very nicely, hasn't it? I might create a little sell-off right here. So I want to keep in mind this little gap right here, right? Little gap. Sorry for my notification going off right there. Oh, looks like my notification distracted me. Touch this FPG here, and this guy went straight back into the premium. It's okay. I'll let it pass by. I wish the candles were forming a little bit nicer on the replay, but we'll stick with this. Let's see if I can end off with another win, as I don't want this video to get too long. So here, it almost looks like an Algo 2. However, I never got this FB touch, so I just let it pass by. So here, right at FV, it's like it was left open, right? Right here. Obviously, we have the LV and LV, the extension touch right here. Let's see if another bullish candle comes in. I'll probably take a buy trade here. All right, take a buy trade here. TP at the EQ. Stop us at the low. Looks like a nice Algo 2 trade right here. Something like this. And see what happens. All right, there we go. So 7 wins and 1 loss. Now 1 loss was too eager. So let's continue on. Let's see what happens. I do want to finish off the month of January is what we were looking at. So the high has been tested, right? Create a little sell-off. Came back into the range down here. Okay, so here I pause in time, I think. Here it looks pretty nice. Got this nice sell-off. Got this OB coming from the OB, right? Put this little line here. We still have the Algo 2 sequence, BR touch, FB touch. Let's see if I am allowed a bearish entry. Let's see if it rejects. So this looks like a nice rejection. So I'll take a stop loss. This high here, TP at the Q. Let's see what happens. So it looks like it's retracing. Alright, so it came back. Let's see if it finishes off. I will still hold on to the trade as this every level seems to be holding. Right here, right? And let's see. So it looks like the every level is being tested. Okay. And there we go. It's like the every level only wanted to be tested a little bit. Right here, right? But there we go, 8 wins and 1 loss. Oops. And let's finish off January, like I said, up to February right here. And see what happens. So as you can see, this FE level right here has been touched, right? So it looks like the high has been tested, session has been tested. I can see a fractal BR touch here, FE touch here. It looks like an Algo 2. It's about to play off to the EQ, but it looks like I'll be too late to answer. So I'll just let this pass by. There we go, the EQ touch, the fractal Algo 2 here. So now at this every level down here. It's like rejected off this low right here perfectly, no? Look at this high low right here, low right here. This looks like an Algo 1, but I think I just paused it a little too late, I'm sorry. But it looks like a nice market make a bottom out here, right? So let's see if it continues off. So say I only came into the premium. This is why the EQ level is very powerful, like I said, guys. That's why my TPs were the EQ. And then came into new dealing range. And then I think this is where February starts. Alright then guys, so I went over January and then finished off with 8 wins and 1 loss following the buy exchange rules and the Algo 1 and Algo 2. So hopefully you guys learned something and you guys have a good one.